Lo, how a rose there blooming from tender stem hath sprung, of Jesse's lineage coming, as men of old have sung. It came a flower bright amid the cold of winter, when half gone was the night. Isaiah 'twas foretold it, the rose I have in mind. With Mary we behold it, the Virgin Mother kind, to show God's love aright. She bore to men a Savior, when half gone was the night. This flower, whose fragrance tender with sweetness fills the air, dispels with glorious splendor the darkness everywhere. True men, yet very God, from sin and death he saves us, and lightens every load. Hey Yins, happy Flossmas. It's Flossmas December 1st. I hope you're all having a great day 1 of December. I just returned home from work. It is 5:18 in the evening and it is dark out already here in New Jersey. So lighting is terrible, and I'm going to do my best with that. So it is the first day of December and we are here for our daily videos. Just to recap, I am Gerald, Ginger Gerald Stitcher. If you are new here, welcome, and I hope you enjoy what you see. These videos are going to be different than the typical type of videos that I put out on my channel. So please be aware of that if you are new to my channel. If you are not new to my channel and you are a returning viewer and have been through Flossmas before, you should know what you're in for. And I am glad you're back. And I hope you hit the subscribe button and the bell. And I will be putting out a daily video throughout the entire month of December. So all 31 days of December. Knock on wood, unless I need to miss a day here or there or whatever. But the plan is that I do an entire daily video throughout the entire month of December. I know some people do a daily video up through Christmas and then stop at Christmas. I do an entire daily video the entire month throughout the entire month of December. Just to enjoy the entire holiday season throughout through the remaining rest of the year. My videos now tend to be different than a lot of people out there who put out Flossmas or Vlogmas, as many other people, crafting niche areas like knitting and whatnot do, only because I don't do advent calendars or opening things every day of the month. So just be aware of that. If that's what you're really into, that's perfectly fine. I don't buy advent calendars or, the daily opening things. I do more of a daily vlog, like what I'm up to that day and what I've been working on each day, and just my daily life throughout the month, the holiday season. So if that's what you're into, I'm glad you're here. If Flossmas is not your thing and you're just going to check out until January and check back in whenever I do my regular updates, I perfectly understand. And I will see you come January. So with all of that out of the way, welcome to Flossmas, and I hope you enjoy. So a little bit of a recap since I last filmed in November. I have been busy with stitching and knitting. I did have to do some traveling the weekend before Thanksgiving. I had a death in the family, as I kind of alluded to in my last video. But I didn't want to say it before I had the travel. So I had a death in the family and had to travel back to Western Pennsylvania, to the Pittsburgh area, to for the funeral and the services and all that kind of stuff. So that was, took up some time, and so I had some extra time to do some extra knitting and things like that. But that also took away from some stitching time that I would normally have, because I don't take stitching and stuff with me whenever I'm traveling like that. So, but I also have some other great stuff to show as a result of that, because with that came some acquisitions into my life that I will show through. I will scatter out throughout the videos in the next couple days, but not today. So I just wanted to say that. So as a result of that, I did get to see my family, my mom and my brother, before Thanksgiving. I was actually not going to see my family this year for Thanksgiving. I'm going to see them come New Year's at the end of this month. I'm going to be going to see them at New Year's, but I wasn't going to see them until New Year's. I'm not going to see them for Christmas either. I'm staying here at home for Christmas. So, but because of that situation, I did get to see my mom and my brother for the week before Thanksgiving. And I was here I was back home here in New Jersey, Philadelphia area for the holiday. Which was nice. I did have a very nice time with just very low-key, very quiet and relaxing. Myself by myself for the most part. My friend and I did have reservations at a very nice restaurant in Philadelphia for the Thanksgiving holiday. So he and I went into Philadelphia. We took the train over into Philadelphia for our Thanksgiving dinner. And then we came back home, and I came back home to myself and just kind of took it easy. And I think I pretty much did some knitting that day. No, maybe I did some stitching. I think I was stitching. I was definitely stitching on Thanksgiving, and I will show you that update, that progress here in a minute. So today's recap is going to be a little bit longer. I'm going to show you everything that I've done up to Flossmas, and then every day after this is just going to be a daily update of what I've done the day before. I'm hoping to get my videos out by 8 p.m. Eastern time every day, so you just kind of have something to look forward to, and we'll go from there. So let's go ahead and get into the and real quick, so I hope you enjoyed the intro today. The intro was a little bit of a different idea this year that I had, was that I thought I'd sing a Christmas carol and record that. So I my audio recording setup is just what I use to film here at home. So it's just a standard microphone that I film my videos with. So it's not the best high-tech equipment that I have. And I sung it a cappella. But so I got the idea because I had to sing at my grandmother's funeral. And so I thought I would go ahead and take that same idea, and we sang, my brother and I sang a cappella at the funeral. And so I was like, hey, that's a great idea to do my intros for Flossmas this year. So I'm going to do a splattering of a cappella Christmas carols throughout the month for the intros. So I completely understand if that is not your cup of tea and you'd rather skip ahead the intros to right to the meat of the video. I completely understand. So throughout the month, I will be just changing up the music. And as I record some Christmas carols that I sing a cappella here in my dining room / makeshift indoor garden. So I hope you enjoy that as a gift to you from me during this holiday season. Some of my favorite Christmas tunes that we sing in church. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get into what I've been working on over the last 2 weeks. Let's go ahead and quickly show you my knitting progress. Both of my knitting projects are in my J&J Craft Co. bags that you can find on Etsy. My first one is my Sesha scarf, and I don't have the project. I forgot to grab the information page to show you what it is. Sesha, it's a... you can check back on the previous video. I'll have it tomorrow or another day. But here it is, how much I've worked on. This is the project that I took with me. Actually, I took both knitting projects with me to Western PA. I started this on the previous video, and that's where I started at. And this is how much I got done in the roughly week and a half, 2 weeks since I saw ya. Not a whole lot of progress, but some decent progress nonetheless. So you can see the pattern doesn't show up as great in the darker fabric, I think, as it does in the lighter lighter yarn that I knit this on before, but I still really like the scarf. So this is in Knit Picks palette called Douglas Fir. My other knitting project that's coming along very, very nicely is actually a new cast on. This is in my other J&J Craft Co. bag that I really, really like, because of course it's my colors, gray and yellow. This was actually a new cast on because this was the double, excuse me. This was already done. This was the original sock that I started with, that I stitched last spring. This is the yarn that I'm working from the cake. So I believe this is Knit Picks Stroll, and I don't know the color. And here is the sock so far. So I cast this on when I was in Western PA at my aunt and uncle's house. I did the toe one day, so because I do a toe up. So I started with the toe. There's the toe. I did the foot. The other night, or the other day, maybe on Saturday morning here after Saturday after Thanksgiving, I did the heel, which is the German short row heel. And then I did the leg. And now I'm ready to do the ribbing. And I'll be ready to cast off. I have 15 rows of ribbing to go, and I am done. So this should easily be a finish in the net by the end of the weekend. So that is super exciting because I said the only things I'm going to work on knitting wise right now is this sock, that scarf I just showed you, and my sweater that I wanted to cast on with my new yarn, but I have not cast that on yet because I'm really focusing on these two projects right now. That's all the knitting I have right now to show you. So let's go ahead and show you the progress on the stitching that I've been working on. So like I said, I did not, since I last filmed, I did not do any stitching until I came back from Western Pennsylvania. And I actually did not do any stitching until Thanksgiving Day. And on Thanksgiving Day, I cast on. I started my Home Sweet Home stitch along by the Bay Needle Art, which is going to be right here. And so I started that on Thanksgiving Day, and I loved it so much, I continued working on it until Saturday when I finished. Now, of course, it's not a fully finished because it's only the first month of a 12-month series. So I have to, it's finished for now until the next part comes out on December 8th. So on December 8th, I'll probably pick this back up. But until then, here is what it looks like right now. And this is on 40 count Amber by Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers. So 40 count rewind. 40 count Amber by Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers. 40 count linen. And I'm stitching this one strand over two. So one strand of the called for DMC over two strands of the fiber. And so what I did, I started by doing the border. This is the entire width of the border of the project right here. And then I went ahead and came down the beginning of the side. Then I went ahead and started stitching on the square here. So I did not do the actual back stitch outline until the very end of that box was completely done. And then on Saturday, after I already posted on Instagram that the box one was done, I went ahead and started putting in the I guess it's kind of the border sections between the boxes for this first couple spots. So now whenever December comes out, I can go ahead and put, I'm assuming the next one is over here. It might be down here. Either way, I'm ready to go for the next box wherever it comes out at. So there is Rosewood Manor. This is called Rosewood Manor. And it's a wrap. These kind of get tedious, so I'm going to do them as I go. They're throughout the entire, as you saw in the picture, they're throughout the entire pattern. So I'm just going to stay up with it as I go throughout the entire pattern. And then I'll just continue working on the outside border as I go as well. And I'm really excited about this one. I think it looks great. And I love the fabric that I chose for it, this 40 count Fiberlicious. And I still have plenty of fabric that I will have on the side. Plenty of fabric over here that I'll be able to cut off and use for something else. So there we go. So that was my cast on. Get knitting out of my head. That was my new start. Then in my Evertote bag, I pulled out my Renato Perelin La Foresta de Fans. And I decided to work on this on Monday, maybe. I think I worked on this on Monday. And I'm stitching this on 56 count Mandarin. 56 count Mandarin by XG Designs. Which way do I need to go? This way. 56 count Mandarin by XG Designs. And this is stitched 1/2 using DMC. DMC. Nope. 938. DMC 938, 1/2. And I didn't make a whole lot of progress. I think I did 3 more of these branches. Three more branch segments for that big tree right there. So it's coming along nice and slow. I just worked on it one night just as a cleanser. Again, this one has I'm not in any hurry to finish this. I started in the middle way over here, and the left side will end somewhere right in through here somewhere, and then I'll work from the middle to the right. So that's La Foresta de Fans. And the last thing I worked on, which I started working on again last night, is my Riolus Red Panda. So I pulled him back out, and here is my progress. He has a back. So I completely stitched all of his back. His back is completely done. His face is coming along. So practically all of the oranges, which the reds and oranges are done. Except I have this lightest color right now. I still have to do in through this side of the face and down in through the middle of like his nose area. And then I'm going to fill in the face and then work up and through the leafy areas. Up and through here. As you can see. So I still have all the whites of his face to add on. And then all those leaves and flowers up in the top left-hand corner. This is going to be a focus during Flossmas. I want this done. You're going to see a lot of this month until it's done. Once this is done, this will be framed and hung up in my office at work. I will probably film at my office a few times this month, and you'll get to see why I want it hung up at my office if you're new to my channel. So there we go. That is my red panda. I will have to move the Q-snap one more time because I'm going to have to move it so I can get these last few little leaves right here that are up above his head. I don't have it angled perfectly. So I'll do that at the very end. I want to get all of this done and then all of this done up in here. and then we'll move the Q-snap. So there we go. That is all of the projects I've been working on in the last week and a half. I hope you guys all have a wonderful Flossmas, a wonderful December, wonderful holiday season. I will be back tomorrow with another episode. Maybe a little bit different, maybe the same. Who knows? It all depends upon how much time I have during the day. Until I see you tomorrow, as always, don't forget to always be creative.